A very, very simple class today. From competition and observation of things which, I know, make a difference in the way of helping the person to move more exciting, more expressive with music, and just generally to look more coordinated in the movement. Really, there are not so many. They are few and they are fundamentals, but they often considered, oh, I understand them. Yes, that's just like that you read the title of the book. And then you need to keep reading through the whole book, and then you need to actually understand what's it's written about. Understanding of your weight shift, of how there is a line of balance on one leg, and how when you get into another step, you need to be aware of another line of balance, and then how it's operating to get you to another place. So we'll start with you with a very simple exercise of shifting our weight and holding balance. Before we get there, I'll just show you this picture again. I had over the year, yes, by popular request, a simple class, no burrito crunching. So what we're looking at is like two lines from the neck, from the down, from the hip joint, and down to the foot. So these three circles, 1, 2, and 3. So these two blue lines is something we want to be aware today, and simply make it. There's the one, and when we get to another one, how we feel through the neck, to the hip, to the ball of the foot, how we can be there, how we can operate. So showing you this picture, and so we're just in a blue line, and you see like 3 circles, the one on the ball of the foot, the one goes through the hip joint, and then if I bring it to the top, you'll see it like on the side of your neck. You can think of the inner edge of your collarbone. So if I like make a little close up, it's not exactly like, let's say the middle of your collarbone here. So this line coming through and going down to your hip joint, like, and going down to the ball of the foot. That's the line we want to be aware of, and we want to feel how when we'll be going through, let's say, breathing and increasing some pressure and like compressing and recovering, that this line is functional. It's not frozen. We have like a piece of ice stuck around this line that we can breathe through. And we'll be doing a simple release and pick up. And after you release, we'll shift in unpredictable direction and catch a sense of line again. And we'll just play a little bit up, down, visualizing how the mobility of the hip is there, how when you're pressing, it's alive, and then say you go forward, and you're again checking how this line through the collarbone to the hip to the ball is functional. You can go back, stay. So at every point, you're picking one leg off the floor. The height is irrelevant, just slightly off, but you're checking that your standing leg is there, and then you go to another step, and you can check back steps, checking, breathing through the ball, through the groin area, through the neck, goes forward, finding how I feel on this line. Is it carries me? Can I swing a little bit around it? Like a revolving door, is it still there or it's compromised? Yeah, Jane, look at you. So is it a little compromised, or I can feel the rotation around this line? Yeah, and stepping forward, breathing and checking again. Now we know this line of balance. Going back, staying on one leg, Feeling the spread in your toe, ball of the foot, walk, and as soon as I'm going to the screen, I start losing my balance. When I'm thinking about inside myself, I can carry it better. And let me just close one of the pop-up windows here. Now we'll just be doing, without spending too much time there, I want you to move in a random directions. But when you will be placing yourself, find the balance, go side, go in. Let's do one more option in place. How these two lines can be alternated in place, balance, change. How much change is there? Not too much. Our feet is together, and going forward, we checking. We feel the balance for the collarbone, hip, and foot. Forward, checking our balance. Back, checking the line. Back, checking the line. And when you're shaking, feel that you have a mobility inside it. There is no need to freeze and like, oh, I cannot sustain it. Of course you can. It's just to let it move inside you and be adjusted. And back, balance, forward, balance, side, balance, close, balance. Let's go for a few of the box steps from American style. Close, change weight, feel the line, foot, groin, collarbone. Move to the next one. Feel it and feel how you sustaining it, and then you're appearing on the next one. We'll talk about transition, but now just simplify. Simplify this few steps, and the visualization of breath goes down through the slide. And 2, balance, 3, balance, 2, balance, 3, balance, 4, finding it. And let's do reverse direction back, side, balance, feeling this, closing, collarbone, hip, and to the foot. Finding our balance, breathing into it, feel that this line is absorbent. Side step, finding our balance. Breathing, closing, 4, 2, and 3, and 4. More time to get balance. Forward line, side line, close, our right side, your left, 2, right side, our left, 3, left, 4. Let's just do a few steps sideways. Side, check your balance, close, find the new balance, step, find the new line of balance, close, find on the other side, step, breathe, 4, and last one before I left the screen, change, breathing, feeling the right side, side step, release, feeling your balance, building this line. When it's safe, you can kind of melt around it. When it's secure and established, build it, melt yourself around this line, relying on it. Build it, and the new leg, look, and feel that it's reliable. Side, build it, rely on it, build it, rely on it, build it, rely on it. Good. Simple, let it be checked. So, breathing, here we go. Right side, let's go this way. And now when we're stepping, visualize this side and rely. Good. Yes, and building, rely. Side, out, and rely. Building, rely. Yes. Work. Build, and step. Build. Good. I now I'll do the same with you, but just give you like a Rumba counts, and we'll try to clarify the time we spend over the foot. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we'll try to present a very simple quality, being in the right moment, in the right place, and don't overcomplicate getting there and getting to another. So a deep reference to our weight placement. When is the beat and when the foot placement? And let's start on the, I'll call, you see me, but I'll call there, yes, on the left. And we start with you preparing 4 and using this line, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and let's do a few changes, please. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 side, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Few times in place. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 side left. Another side left. 4 and 1 and good. Now let's talk a little bit how we prepare in direction, because it is crucial that the pattern of your routine normally going to be playing how you prepare to get there. And when you say, oh, I need to step forward, but nothing was done inside to get there, it will make a loop of being late, being physically stressed on directing itself. And so we'll do the same moment when we're visualizing the line and our reference, and now noticing the difference when we're preparing to go forward, and then closing, and how we prepare to go back. What's the difference? What? Close, prepare forward, step. Close, prepare to go back, step. 2, walk. 3, up, counts are random, I'm sorry. Change, feel the line, prepare. So it's the same leg. Yeah, for you it's a, let's use your left and our right leg. We're building our line, we feel it. How we directing ourselves, activating. I think I drew this picture at one point. When you're pressing down, the mobility of your ankle is crucial. So it's not just stiff there, it have a tiny mobility, and applied to your body, it either can send you back or can send you forward. So be sure that when you get it forward, you have a sense that your ankle is kind of contracting, that it's going to send you off. And now we need to go back. Kind of unfolding line and working all this line to go back, forward, back, step. Change the leg, so you practice other leg too. And the sense of line, the working line of balance on your right side, for us on the left now. As we're breathing out and we're ready to shift our weight along the foot and appear on the next standing line, change it back to your, I think now it's your, yeah, just do whatever leg you're doing. Yes, I think just to make it symmetry, to make it walk forward.
We're going forward, so let's raise that right.
Yes. Okay. So. And back, finding balance. to be alive at our closing. So the closing is relevant to the weight release, change, and how now we're directing our weight along the foot step. And here, how we closing, but there is a clarity that we're not moving outside, that we're staying in the same place and just closing the foot. And now that this leg now is operating differently, you need to send us. And now your whatever leg is making a step is always to keep you in place, to be more supportive rather than directing. So it supports you, but the one you're closing is the one which directs. What? Support, and then one you're closing directs you. What? Forward. Feeling the line of balance. Back. Close. Forward. Close. Back. Close. Forward. Close. There are some elements where these two lines will be not like ending and beginning, but cooperating. For example, when you're doing a kickoffs or when you do some slow steps. So, for example, if you have a 2 count step where you go 2 and 3 and 4. So we will not be releasing the connection to the leg we're leaving, but we already will try to establish the sense of connection to the new leg. And that's where you would like to learn about cooperation of two legs, how the front one is still sending you back, but the new line of balance is already felt, and you kind of put yourself on it, and then directing to a, we'll do this back steps in 2 counts. 2, 3, 4, 1. So what we would like to clarify here are the direction which we're creating from standing leg is now interrupted. And now there is like a negotiating process. The front wants you to leave, but the back, it's like a situation with the refugees. Go take them. No, we don't need them. And the poor people stuck on the border. And sorry if it was a bad example. So standing leg, standing us, and the back one resisting. Yeah, and let's try to notice that we still can recognize the line from the front ball of the foot to the front hip to the front collarbone. This line is still there. It's working for us. And when we're using it, we slowly get into the new line. So it's like within this weight change, there is a tiny sense of shift. It's not really visual, but from being balanced here to being somewhere in the middle, stuck in between, and then slowly get myself here. And direct, place my foot, and then from being here somewhere in the middle, to get to this line. And back, feel the middle, and get to the new one. A little bit faster with the same double count. I'll try to visualize it like if I'm staying, you stay on the left, please. I'm on my right, and we feel this line here, down, hip, and when you place it, it's like it's still there, but it's shifting now, a little bit in between. Whoop, and you get to this line. And to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's do the same forward. So we're staying up. I'm on the left, and on the right. And we're preparing with you 2, still relate to the back leg, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, still here. Oh, changing to the new one. 4, still related to the left. 4, and 1. Now, this line is building within me. I can relate to it. Now, a little bit to the dynamic. How the same process adjusted if we have a regular speed, a regular beat, 2, 3. Instead of delaying, we know that this force is almost identical, but the amount of resistance is less. So instead of stopping the force to kind of season it within, I'm letting it pass easily through step and step and step. Preparing the same line of balance, same direction. And now when we go 2, 3, 4, regular beat, you think of change, 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 and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 1. How the third one will activate the resistance and there would be no immediate arrival, but this would be faster passing of your weight, faster passing of your weight, whoop, a little more alertness on stopping and controlling the full one because we have more time. Through this correction will give us a chance to put more reference between movement and the music. On the music play, then we go 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and that not really allowing it to be with us. But movement 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Some earlier resistance and towards the same will put us in sync with the music. Yeah? And I do more back steps because, ladies, you have a little more back steps in your routine. Ready? Let's prepare, feel our line of balance. And as we go with you, 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. And let's go forward. So if we start, let's start with the right, you on the left. And we go with you 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and yep. Ready? A few back steps again. Breathing, visualizing a line of balance and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Yep. If I do it again, I'll count just a little bit slower, just a little bit slower. There still have to be awareness of the time you're spending 2 and 3 and 4 on a particular leg. 4 is like this. So when I see 2 and 3 and 4, the moment when you was synchronized with the music and being over the, let's say, step on 2, step on 3 and 4, even there is a flow, there have to be a better reference of how much time your weight spends within the range of your foot. Of course, it is traveling through, but it cannot travel over and throw you out of the musical flow. Ready? We want to keep the flow. Yes, ma'am.
Nikolay, last week when you had us do press our foot and then up high and then rotate, that works in the slow beat. But how do you think of the placement of your foot when you're doing it quickly?
Get ready. Yeah,
transfer the weight. So you don't want us to do that now, right? In the fast beat, you don't do that. But I'm just wondering how to do it actually without hurting myself, because it helps to do it, to think of it toe to leg.
Before I start answering, can you please ask me again? Because I'm already have all the answers, then I'm like, let me just hear maybe one more time.
Okay, so last week you had us think about our toe, press our weight, travel it up, and then turn. Then you turn. And glutes activate, and then you turn. And
yes.
then, and you can do that in the slow walk. That really works well. But in the fast walk, what do? That's the simple version.
Then all my quick answer was actually correct. This is what I wanted to answer you. It will be like on the, again, talking physics. So the moment you're pressing on the ground, the force from the ground works against you is immediate. It's not that like you starting the engine and like slowly it's like warming up and then presses into you. So as soon as you have your foot on the floor, there is some amount of pressure. This amount of pressure you can like visualize on a, making a model that your floor is pressing equally to you. The more you get there, the more it responds. The more pressure, the more opposite force, supporting force. Then it's the condition of your body to be responsive to it. It's not that I'm like arriving and my docks are closed, are sealed, and then I'm opening the docks for this energy to come inside. The moment when you're placing, think that you're placing your, if this will be like a little excavator. So the moment you're touching the ground, you're already open to take something in. You're already in the tone. It's not that the principles are changing, it's application changing. It goes a little more compact and it requires just a little more, a quicker setup. Think of me, for example, again, the simple comparison. If I would need to set up a tent in the forest, I go camping and I'll have the bag with the tent. It would take me 2 hours to put all the fixers and like roof and whatever. For the guy who's doing it weekly, he knows exactly the tent unfolds, it, boom, boom, pick it up, bottom, I don't know. It will be done in much shorter time. So that's basically done. So the force coming to you, available immediately as you touch the floor, how quickly you can process it within you is just a matter of practice. But it's not anything like now we're using different principles. We want to feel the same as we carry our core connected and like, sensitive and alert. The moment of placement, there have to be some readiness to absorb the force coming at us, to us from the floor. 2 and 3 and 4. And let's say if I'll show you the bad one, when I'm not sensitive to this force. 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm placing my pressure, but I'm a little bit ignorant to what's coming at me. 2 and 3 and 4. So at this moment when I'm placing, my core is trying to be like an active sponge. Think of a sponge who like just sucking the water by the, yeah? That's probably the.
Thank you, perfect.
Okay, good. Now, if we do with you something like this, we'll do a combination of 3 different times. We go with you 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And we'll go with you 3 regular 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And the last one would be and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. So we have 3 types of movement. 1 on 2 beats where more resistance and the music travels through us slower, and then regular beat, walk and slower here. And then after this, we'll have a syncopated one. So the syncopated is where your preparation would meet absolutely no resistance. And here you just need to like quickly grab whatever is available on the floor for your moving leg and pass it to the back step right away. The trick here that we need to make this placement look like it's using a portion of the music. So if the leg will be there already, it will look like something different, 2 and like not syncopated 1. So I want to be sure that we can have a process of preparation But from here, we're using a very little period of time to go place and walk through it. That's crucial. Yeah, because if I do something like that, it's possible. It's one of the versions, but rhythmically, it will not teach you to transfer your weight quick enough through your leg. Yeah? So let's do it. We're starting and we're going a little closer so you don't feel free to. Feeling the breath through the line, collarbone, hip, your standing leg, and direction back, and split weight, change to the next leg, split weight, change the leg, preparing direction, and walk, walk, place. And now, yes, chin up, good, preparing, and the leg can go all the way to the neutral point, but not further. And from here, direction the stand leg is still active, release and place. And let's do the same forward. If we go with you, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 normal walks, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And this is where we'll be still active in preparing direction, 4 and 1, but we will not let our leg pass further than neutral because we want this to look faster, 4 and 1 and 2. And on the way forward, we'll keep it bent on the ball of the foot. We're not doing it on the back step because it will harder to keep us from dropping. Here and 4. Oh, sorry, and 2. 4 and 1 and 2. So it's awareness on how you still, even on the fast one, can recognize a quick pass through the new line of balance, da, da, and back to the initial one. Ready, back and forward in the same pattern. 2 slows, 3 regular ones, and 1 syncopation. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2, 2, 3. Just let's say recover and going forward. 2 and 3 and 4 and regular walk and walk and walk. Preparation for syncopation. And leg in front. Ready, one more time. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3. Recover a little bit back. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Syncopation 1 and 2. Yeah. And now let's do it again, but change the leg. So the syncopation will go on another leg. So whatever leg you were starting now, will start from another one. Visualizing the line of balance, how you're breathing through it, and creating direction from your ankle in this whole line. So maybe this is something what I want to kind of adjust from our regular approach to it. So regular, I'm saying like from here to the chest, so visualizing a certain diagonal. So let's for a moment like assume that inside it is happening that way, but in the way how simply you want to shift your spine, we sometimes forget. So if you visualize the ankle, hip, and then the chest. That even if there is a little displacement, yeah, from the hip to the chest is projecting, there is still force coming at our hip. There is still force coming from the leg here, and that's what's supposed to give us a sense of being moved by the music, like a wave coming at us. And if the wave coming at me, it's not two waves. One goes here, one goes here, and I'm crushed. It's one way. which just taking me and moving. And same on the way back. So the music is like a big wall of water approaching me and moving me with it in a particular speed, in a slow speed or in a fast speed. So try to think less of like developing this projection, but think more how from the ankle, the direction is including your hip. So whatever leg I think I was. Ready, preparing, direction from ankle to your hip. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, prepare direction and not making a step yet. And 2, 3, 4, understand the same way. Ready, working on your standing side here. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2. I know, Jane, you have a little space, but just be sure that when you're syncopating, there is a your supporting leg is not failing underneath your syncopation. So when you do this, the ball of the foot and the hip and the your stand line is hearing you. You cannot allow this ankle to fail underneath. Yeah? Okay, one more time from this other leg we was trying. Visualizing breath, increasing the pressure and direction from ankle to the hip. 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2. Let's do one more time. So same leg. And yeah, you starting on your left. Yeah, left. Great. Yes. Yes. So, ready? 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, pointing behind you, pointing. Ready, now forward, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2. Yes. Not bad. Let me take your hands. Let me take your hands and we'll go this line diagonal. And I want you to strip yourself of some contractions, compressions. Just try to simplify. There is a gravity and there is a skeleton structure within you. And you just breathing and keeping yourself in the line of gravity. So this blue line, just visualize the gravity force applied to this line. Yeah? And we will, let's do the same like this. Yes, like this. So as we're exhaling, visualizing that we're like opening this line for the gravity to go down through our bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. And syncopation. Then, every time you think like this, that it needs to be like a line to which you can like drop the ball and it will hit not the like ping, a ping pong. Yeah. Just for now, simplify, especially you mess it up on 2, 3, 4 on the regular beat. So one more time. Breath, collarbone. Yeah, sorry, other leg, yes, like that. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, 1, and on the right, on the left, on the right. Yes, syncopating. Left, right. That's beautiful. That's totally different. So, Marilyn doing a presentation for you now. Yes. Ready. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. Yes. That will be a very clean presentation. You still have enough articulation in it. But there was no noise which distracted the pass of gravity. Once you allow the weight to hit the foot, you're in a much better place than when the weight is like a little jello. So the foot have now very compromised sense of pressure. Yeah? Okay? Is it good enough for a sleepy mood today?
I'm sorry.
No problem. Ready. So breathing. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. Yes, that's good. That's good. Okay. Deborah, let me see how your movement feels like. Very nice, very nice. I would only comment on it that when you find in your collarbone, and when, let's say, you're studying the breath, can you think of this spot rather than that if it's your foot? So it feels like when you're breathing, your collarbone pointing more to your heel. Can you visualize this area? So when you start your breathing, the sense of like this line from collarbone. So I showed the picture from a front, but if it will be a picture from the side, I would like it to be more aware of this spot and don't go to the heel too soon. So that's a totally different look. That's totally different look. So you're like giving up to gravity or letting it go through your body here. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Yes. And 2 and 3. Okay, Deborah, did you feel the difference? Yeah? Super. So now when you was taking this time and I saw that your leg is in motion, the standing leg, standing leg. That was the juice you would like to see more when you like do a simple step. That's how there is a beat and there is a sound in between the beats. Yeah, very good. Okay, Wendy, your turn. Maybe just, I know there is a nice sleepy dog there. Just choose diagonal. Yeah, probably that from the front right. Yes. At least no samba today, yeah? Ready, and yeah, use your own count. That's beautiful. Benny, that was beautiful. And just seeing you doing it, again, it's still in my mind. I'm an experienced teacher, but still learning. So I'm doing this class and I'm like inside my head, like, oh, probably each of them thinking he just didn't put much effort on preparing. And it is true. But how this focus on the simplest thing is making a huge difference. Because with all the, let's not call it noise, with all the complicated things on top, which was trying to learn in the last couple weeks, this fundamental making you look so classy, so well prepared. So what was one of the inspiration? In San Francisco, when I was watching this mixed junior competition, And it was in some way weird because there was like 8 years old and then 11 years old and then like 13 years and like 15-year-old all on the same floor. They probably just do it for fun, for like mixed juniors, I don't know. But with all the complexity of the routines from guys of 13, 14, 15, they all have open routines. And this young couple, they probably 8, maybe 7, they look that they barely like find how to poop on themselves. But the simplicity of the like foot placement and weight placement and the time spent, like I know they're doing this samba lock step. Do you know the samba? Other leg. So we go. So you can stay like this and you go away from me, starting with yeah, yeah. And everybody doing messy samba step on the skids. They simply stay here and they go away. And the way how the placement and then the pressure and something like held inside give a powerful presentation. Very classy in the sense of being relevant to the music. Thank you. So now, Wendy, with all the things we discussed with you, like shoulders and blah, 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 this simple thing, line of balance, breathing, gravity, weight release, makes it all look like you're a professional. What you did now, let's say a retired professional, yeah? Like, not because I can do tricks and jumps, but because I know a fundamental element of aligning my weight to my support point and feeling how the change from one to another is organic, is not overstressed or not overcomplicated. Yeah? Yes, Jean, your turn. Jean, just do one more time. Is there a mirror you're looking at? No? Yeah, just like look in front of you and don't get distracted by us. Of course, we're watching. We promise we're not taking our eyes away. You don't need to check on us. And you just be inside your body and in this clarity of gravity lines. Yes, that was better. That was better. Same clarity as I compliment Wendy and Deborah. Your head shaking something on the side was compromising the clarity of this line because it was a little bit on like one side, yeah? And I just wanted to do one more time. If you think of if you're blowing into the pipe with like a little fan or propeller, so that you can see that the breath is creating a movement, that the force of breath is visualized now. So think that inside you there are a bunch of little, like, I don't know, propellers or membranes or something that when you're breathing through, you can physically sense it. You can physically sense that you're allowing the gravity to take you. And there is a little resistance to gravity and giving to gravity. Resistance to gravity and giving to gravity. Wow. I think that you can do better by just allowing this breath and the gravity fighting, giving in to be somewhat better visualized. Yes, that was very nice. That was better. Let's all do now. Let's just all do now without trying to do much in our hands, but not to exclude them. So whatever leg let's just start with another leg for variety. And when we're getting ready, again, starting from the top circle, think of both of them and how they can be a little bit pressed down, whoop, to pick your arms. So when your arms is in position, they related to your gravity lines. Yeah. And now when we go into one of them, there is a way to like engage your arms, let them resonate a little bit with giving into gravity and be ready to build up this line. And 4, and 3, and 4. Good. We do this just one more time, quickly pointing our fingers towards the collarbone. Let's say if you're staying, everybody start on the left, and you place your arm. And so now you will be, when you will make a step, you'll place your left arm, our right, over the collarbone, checking the beginning of this line, opposite, yeah. So whatever you're stepping, Jin, if you're stepping back over your left, then so the line which we resist the gravity, give in to gravity. And now we resist to gravity, we give in to gravity. And now 2, and 3, and 4. And of course now it's too quick, so ready to feel, and let's do the same walking forward. Think of your collarbone, press it a little bit down, and this pressure picks your arm to their floating position. And your standing side resists the gravity, and now gives into gravity, and you make a walk. Now your left side resists gravity and give in to gravity, the weight of arm included, and 2, and 3, and 4, resist gravity, give in to gravity, syncopation, and quickly pass through. Yes. Maybe quick question too. Can you think to achieve the highest, the tallest look from the belly, not through the neck? So it looks for the amateur viewer, for uneducated viewer, it looks cool. For educated viewer, this part seems a little bit stressed. So the same attitude need to be found from the core rather than from the neck. Ready. Again, we're just checking the inclusion of our arms into this gravity line. So starting over right and you over the left. And yeah, Jin, view. Yes, you on the left. You on the left. And including our left arm into the process of giving into gravity. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, and now we're going to go forward, giving into gravity on the right, and on the left, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2. Yep, better, maybe better next. Let me see you please. So I'm checking our start. Yeah, doesn't really matter. We just come a little closer so you feel free that you have more space behind you. And before you start moving, collarbones helping you pick your arms. Good. And when you feel this gravity line and you're getting into it, you feel how your arm responding. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2. Yes, that was nice. Then when you're placing, try to feel that you need just a little more engagement through the hamstring. So the new pressure point help you to feel strong, like alignment, strong alignment. It don't have to be tightness, but when you build the pyramid, you gotta have a good, like a glue to keep things, work here. It seems that you can get a little bit soften on the stone, and then the clarity of the slide is exactly aggravated. For the syncopated one, as you're getting into the gravity, there can be extended direction from the ankle to your feet. You want to feel that you're using the time given to bring yourself to the place. Like that. When your acceleration seems very spontaneous and light, you only go halfway, like you go there. You feel your smile. Working hard on it. Okay, let's do it just one more time. Any leg, choose any leg to go back, and collarbones, helping you feel the inclusion of your arms. And now, as you're giving into gravity, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Yes, beautiful. And forward walks. Same, any leg, doesn't matter whichever is comfortable. To be tall, we're thinking of our belly. To lift our arms, we're thinking of collarbones. Whoop. And now giving into gravity. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Yep, very nice. And just one more time, a little bit faster. Trying not to lose this clarity, but maintain a little more flow. So maybe here, if you remember the question of Wendy, so give a little more attention to the immediate presence of the force. When you're touching the floor, it's right there inside you, if you let it come inside. Ready. Last time, arms, breathing. I'll give you 4 and 1, and on 2 you'll go back. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3. Prepare your leg, go forward. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Yep, very nice. So, Deborah, as you did on your preparation, like your presentation when I give you all the compliance, this mobility as you're breathing in a free leg, you can think of the same mobility on the forward walk, that when you're recognizing time, it's for your gravity to be processed. That when you're pressing, it's not just there, the standing leg have a lot of things to be prepared. Gene, this is a little bit tricky. So think of our structures to be adjustable. And the moment when you're pressing down and there is a little bit of that thing, so now if you think about this line, it's compromised. So how you can think of creating a little diversion, but don't allow this to happen, because now this line is confused, compromised. So as you're breathing, think how you can process things around this line without giving it a, that will be a great thing. So sometimes something here inside is not adjusting to move around. Oh yeah, that would be better. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. That's enough for this class, and we'll do a little more dynamic stuff in the second one. Yes. But this simple thing, I really hope you, it might be not obvious for you how big the difference is, but it's really big when you're taking time to build it up inside you, and then it is seen when you're doing a step. Every single step is now of higher quality.
Thank you. That was fun.
I'm very happy to hear this. I tried to put a little fun there.